eraser, not necessary, but yep. And some paper. So you could get all this stuff at like a local CVS or something, or you could get it online as well. And just super briefly before we start, this is a really cool book called The Quadrivium, and it describes how number, geometry, music, and astronomy are all connected. And this was a classical, traditional path of knowledge. You know, Plato, Pythagoras, Socrates, Aristotle, all those people studied this. And this was actually kind of like secret knowledge back in the day. And today, it's wide open for anyone to learn. And it's really great. It shows you the connection between sound and music and everything that I was talking about earlier. Okay? And it goes deeper into like what the actual effects of consciousness that this geometry has on consciousness. So to get started, I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to measure out my compass to 4 inches. We're going to do a 4-inch diameter, 4-inch radius circle. So I just take my compass, boom, you see I'm at 4 inches, right? Measure it. Cool. And now I'm just going to measure, I'm just going to have some reference lines. I'm going to find the center point of the page. So I'm at about 8 and 5/8 here. So that'll be about around 4 1/4. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just getting like a rough estimate of the center of the page. Okay. And these are just, this is just going to be a reference line. So I know where my center is. And then I'm going to measure this way. I know this page is 11 inches, so half of that is 5.5. And don't worry, you really don't need to be comfortable with math to do this. You don't need to know any special formulas or anything like that. It's just about building a relationship to the geometry. Okay, that's not perfect, but we're going to go with it. So I'm going to put my compass on my center point, and I'm going to draw a circle. So all of our geometries are going to be inscribed within a circle, all right? And what I'm going to show you today is the star. We're going to use like a Merkaba, Star of David, and show you how geometries fractalize. Because fractals, again, as I showed you the tree earlier, is how matter manifests in the physical world, okay? And it's very interesting. I'll go deep. So first, before I start explaining, a quick way to draw the Star of David, I'm just going to go to my top point and give myself 2 little lines here in my circle. Same thing, go to the center of the bottom half of the semicircle. Boom, 2 more lines here. And these are my reference points. So now I know I could draw a nice equilateral triangle. So I'll take my straight edge and just where it crosses, where that X is, that's where my lines are going to be. So I'll show you what I mean by that. And what I personally, something I've been realizing, so boom, that's my bottom line for the ascending triangle. So this is the masculine shape within the feminine circle. So I'm balancing the left and right hemispheres, the feminine and masculine parts of the brain by doing this. And this is very meditative. So if you're not comfortable with sitting meditation, this is a great way to kind of get into a nice meditative state and give your mind something to focus on. Okay? Boom. Here's our upward triangle. And now connect these lines. Sorry, I know I'm hitting the camera a little bit, but yeah. See, it doesn't have to be perfect either. Just doing a quick little demo. Am I out of... Alright, I'm out of lead. Just about. So let me grab another pencil. Boom. So there's a 2D Merkaba or Star of David, right? And I'm just going to erase some of this center stuff so you can get a better idea of it. Beautiful. Okay. So, now why sacred geometry is so cool is because it's fractalized. So it shows you, as you'll see, it shows you how the infinite can be embodied in finite form. So it shows you how spirit, which is infinite, manifests in the finite physical universe. Okay? So look. Now you remember before we just had a circle with a triangle, right? I actually drew I drew the ascending triangle first. Doesn't matter, but so in the beginning we just had a circle with a triangle. So if I were to shorten up my compass here, again, this is just rough, so I'm just finding like a rough central point of this mini triangle, and I'm going to draw something for you guys. Hold on here. Okay. So now if I roughly find the center point and draw another circle around it, again, it's not perfect because I'm just kind of going quick here, but you'll see that that is the pattern we started with. So it's a self-similar repeating pattern, which is a fractal. Okay, so now if I were to keep going around, it would do the same thing. Woo! It's okay if we mess up. Not doing it perfect. It's quite alright. My compass kind of broke there. Boom. There's another one. And you could keep going around like this, but eventually what you'll get is something like this. This is what a fractal could be. It could turn into this. So again, we ended up with the Star of David here that we started with, and this is infinite. I could draw another circle in here, right? Like this, and keep going. And it's infinite. It goes on indefinitely. So again, this shows you how infinity is embodied in the finite form, and I think that's what one of the beautiful things that sacred geometry points us to, is that we are infinite beings living in an infinite, eternal universe, and that the creative force that is manifesting this universe is within us. And you could see I created shapes within it. This is a more complex one that you could create out of Metatron's cube. There's probably about 8 or so different geometries in here. Nestled geometry. That's some more, slightly more advanced stuff. But very simple. You could start just like this. Alright guys, so that's it. That was my introduction to using sacred geometry to evolve your consciousness, balance out the hemispheres of your brain, and tap into some resonant frequencies that can really start to expand and alter your mind in some really powerful ways. I trust that this was a benefit to you. You could use this method as a meditation. And please like and subscribe for more comments, any questions. If you want me to do more tutorials like this, more in-depth on the actual drawing, I can do that. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.